Hi, this is Gary Powers with Promac Equipment. We're showing you today our new HSM 60, which is our new drum mulcher for skid steers, 75 to 120 horsepower machines. We're really proud of this machine. It's got extensive upgrades from previous models to be a real competitor in the market. We've got, I'll just run you through a few of the features of the machine and why we feel it's a great machine for contractors and land clearers. So some of the major benefits of this machine versus other competitors: we use extensively high strength steel within the construction of the frame, and it's also fully welded, as you can see, boxed in on both ends. Creates a lot of rigidity in the machine. The rigidity will create longevity, keeps the torsional stiffness of the machine up. Bearings will last longer. The obvious weight of the machine will be a little less than if it was mild steel. So this machine runs around 2,500 pounds, as you see it here, fully finished. The other aspects of this machine from a construction perspective, the brow that you see on this machine is very comes over the front of the drum a fair amount. What we're doing there is we're trying to create a situation where the mulch gets ejected fairly close to the machine, so you can run this machine in fairly tight quarters versus open face machines where the brow is much further back. You'll get a lot more discharge of material further down further in front of the machine. Other parts of this machine that are interesting, and we'll go through a little more detail, is the drum construction and what our version of the we call it a Chip Production Rotor with blades, swappable teeth that you can rotate, get two wears out of them. Also have double carbide version of that for rocky conditions. I'd like to highlight some of the wear features of the machine. So we wanted to make this machine very dependable and long-lasting with replaceable wear parts. So one of the things we have here is a replaceable bolt-on AR400 skid shoe. Both sides we have a bolt-in AR400 liner, and that liner is it ultimately once you do a couple of them, it could come in and out in about 30 minutes. No welding, no nothing. The other thing that's really unique about our machine is we have a bolt-in anvil at the back of the machine. The anvil is actually machined at an ER400 as well, fully replaceable and in segments. So you can actually replace the anvil in segments, so you have wear in certain areas. You can don't have to replace them all. Swap them around, get them so you get the best wear out of them. The other part of as we have the machine up here, we can see that is fairly unique. We have all high-strength steel plates for our we call it a Chip Production Rotor. In this configuration right now, we have some carbide at the outside of the machine, outside of the drum, where typically you get a little more wear, and we'll just to reduce the amount of damage to your chipper teeth or your blades or knives when you're in potentially some rock. We've got swappable teeth, replaceable teeth, and rotatable, getting two wears out of each of them. Fully sealed or dust rings on each side with cable cutters, so if you end up coming upon unfortunately come upon a fence and pull in some wire or what have you, the wire cutters will hopefully prevent that wire from getting into between the drum and the frame and potentially taking out your bearings. So that is as well a wear item that can be replaced. At Promac, what we've done is we've taken a very close look at, a very deliberate look at the clearances within the machine to get you the best mulch, prevent jamming, and also best performance. So there's we have a certain clearance between the anvil and the tools, and that'll prevent material from jamming within the drum to a high extent. All right, now I'd like to show a few of the drive components and internal features of the machine. We've got a cogged drive belt, very similar in the industry, with an idler take-up pulley for tensioning. Easy to adjust, easy to make sure is in spec. The internals of the machine, we've got a 107 variable Rexroth motor in this machine. We also have the ability to put in a braking system that we've we've developed. This particular machine doesn't have it. It allows you a very good safety feature. As soon as you shut the pressure off to the machine, to the mulcher, there's a certain delay, and then usually 5 to 6 seconds, and then it takes usually we can all adjustable around 10 seconds to come to a full stop, so it will not continue to spin. It also does not hinder the operation of the mulcher while you're mulching. It'll because of the way it's designed, it will not. If you're starving the mulcher of pressure, it will not start to break, which is always a problem without that particular type of system. So at Promac, we're very proud of the fact that we do all of our own manufacturing, and including all of our own frame construction, all of our own machining of the frames, and machining of the subcomponents. So we can really control the quality of the components. So a good example of that, where you won't see this unless you're be working on the machine or you're constructing it, the faces of the end faces of the frame, where the bearings are fitted to and the bearing housings are fitted to, we actually fully machine and mill those faces to create a very square setup. So this is about a 5/8 thick, 7/8 thick high strength steel plate, machined to be very to have very high tolerance. One of the important features of the machine that we incorporate to standard is a Anti-Cav relief block that protects the motor and from damage from overpressure and cavitation. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm really happy with the machine. We're going to run it now and show you guys a little bit of the performance. And if you have any questions, you can get hold of us on our website, promacequipment.ca, or online to one of our online retailers and or equipment dealers. Thank you very much.